I have so much junk, so much BS and craft supplies cluttering up my house, cluttering up my apartment. I have no place to put it. I have made use of it. I've done tons of projects before. I am making things. That's not the problem. I'm also about to move, so I'm really looking to be intentional about what I bring into my new space. And tons of craft paint and costume jewelry isn't really part of the packing list. When you are downtrodden and looking for something to bring you up, Chicago alleys will always treat you to something really, really beautiful and delicious. This week's find was a huge canvas. I think it's about 5 feet tall. It is just a little bit shorter than I am. And it was painted a little bit, like someone had clearly started a project and then thrown it out. So, one man's trash, another man's treasure. I sweeped that right up, and it's been sitting around for a few days, but today I have an essay I need to write, and I do not want to. So, naturally, that is the time for craft. I have no vision going into this project. All I know is I have an entire cart worth of stuff that needs to go. I have a huge canvas that can house probably most of these things. So we're gonna start with the paints, see what else we can incorporate into this, and hopefully the goal is to have something I really enjoy for my new place. So I do want to eventually figure out what's gonna go on and like come up with something. I don't want it to be awful, you know? But right now there is no plan. I'm just collecting all the paint I have, starting with an underpaint and then trying to use up every bottle until I have to come up with something. Once we're at that threshold of holy shit, I need a concept, we'll check back in. Things like this often start so ugly, so please bear with me. I have a feeling that what it resembles in the first half of this video is going to be absolutely nothing like it ends up in the end. But that's honestly how art goes, isn't it? I know a lot of people might be craftsmen who are watching a lot. No one's watching. But I'm a crafts person. I love making crafts. I love doing DIY stuff around my apartment. Most of my apartment now is like DIY BS I've made. Most of my apartment in the future is going to be DIY BS I've made. I hate spending money on new things. I like making things. I like old equal new, you know? So let's get started. It's a beautiful day. This is the canvas and the scumble situation. Obviously someone had started working on this. You can see there's like flower texture stuff going on. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna keep building on top. I'm going in with these oranges and yellows. My hope is the underpaint will give it like a glow from underneath. Okay, so I've literally just added angel numbers, any word I could find, and my birth year. So that's the text I'm gonna hide under all the scumble. This painting is in the midst of a pretty rough, ugly phase. I can't lie. To be totally honest, I do not like this painting at all. I do think I know how I'm going to save it though. I have an idea and it is wild. but this painting cannot stay like this. I hate how stripy it is. I think the yellow looks like Minions. I checked in with my constraints, looked at all the paint I have left, what is actually possible, and I think I actually have a concept, which is the thing that this painting was missing the whole time. So I think that is a good sign. After I was satisfied enough, or maybe frustrated enough, I hopped on Pinterest into my reference folder. These are just like mantras and things. And I found this design, which obviously I'd pinned pretty recently. I like this star. I thought I could warp it to fit what I was into, so I just downloaded it. Once I popped it over into Photoshop, I was able to just extract that blue shape, which is really what I wanted, and fill it in with black so I could turn it into a really high contrast alpha mask. But I wanted it to fit the geometry of my painting and not be so square, so I literally just warped the fuck out of it. I chose an 11 by 12 canvas on Photoshop, and I don't even really think that's the dimensions of this painting. But you'll see, I corner point it even further, so it gets even more squished than this. Okay, so now is one of my favorite parts, is incorporating projections into my workflow. I'm going to be projecting an image onto this canvas and tracing it. That's going to be my outline for the textural stuff I'm going to add to it. So I'm using Isadora. I'll show you the screen recording I have right over here of my interface. Get over here how it is horizontal. I want it vertical, so I'm going to change that over here. How magical. Now that this is projected, I'm going to trace this onto the canvas. All right, it's the next day. I had to sleep on this, but we're going in with just like a rough outline sketch of that design so I can see it. It takes a really long time to fill in this star. This canvas is so big. I really underestimated what I was getting myself into, to be honest. Then I just started preparing the other craft supplies I had to be adhered and somehow save whatever this monstrosity is. I started with these purple clothespins, and then I started dyeing this floral glass, aquarium glass, I don't know, glass from Dollar Tree. I just decided to quote unquote dye it, paint it with acrylic craft paint, the purples I had left. We're in progress down there. I honestly am liking it, but the main objective was to clear out this cart, and we're not doing a great job. But this is some of the trash we have from today. This is as well. I have a really hard time holding on to trash, so I'm also going to go through this and itemize.
I literally could not help myself. I had to add more bullshit onto this thing. Here are those final touches. I'm adding those clothespins right back on. This is what this guy looks like outside. You can see the colors are super bright. They're a little psychedelic. And here we have it. This is the finished piece. I honestly already have ideas of what to add to it. All of those upgrades will have to wait because that essay I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it is Wednesday now, and that has not been turned in. So I have a lot to do today. Seriously, this is the first time I kind of formalized this as an exercise for myself, only using the junk in my art cart, not buying anything else, and having no inspiration going in other than to use my stuff. I think if you're struggling with artistic motivation, inspiration, if you're moving like me, or if you just have tons of stuff you're trying to get rid of, starting a piece with totally like logistical intentions was a totally different experience. And just knowing you have the constraints of the materials you own and you're trying to use a lot of them. I use like 100 layers of paint colors I never would put together. Maybe I have put these colors together. I encourage anyone watching this to do this. You don't have to be an artist. I'm not a painter, obviously. But I have a lot of these things lying around that I want to use. So this is something I'm going to keep doing, and maybe I'll keep updating the internet about. But I encourage you all to do this. And if you do, let me know because I think this could be a fun challenge for people. All right, see you next time. Also, I have a microphone. Expect better audio from me because this video is damn near unwatchable. I'm so glad very few are watching. Audio should be better moving forward. So that's exciting. All right. Goodbye for real.